Hey YouTube, it's Rochelle. Thanks for joining me. Today is day 22 of my 30-day video challenge. Now, just got home from, I was going to say from Las Vegas, but no, not got home from Las Vegas, but got home to Las Vegas from Durango with our connecting flight in Phoenix. It's pretty late right now. It's 11 p.m. and I just want to do a really quick video before bed. I actually took some really fun footage, not tons of footage, but some fun scenic footage of our day in Durango today and also of flight takeoff and landing, leaving from Durango to Phoenix. But I didn't have a chance to edit and put that together. I was hoping I could do that on the plane on our second leg of the flight, but it actually was a pretty short flight, and I just ate some dinner on the flight, and that was pretty much it. So I think I'll do that tomorrow instead, considering it's pretty late. So what can I tell you about today that is exciting? Honestly, nothing's popping into my mind right now, except, well, the book I'm listening to called The Willpower Instinct is really awesome. It has so many really neat insights I'd love to share with you. I'm gonna try to make a list of stuff to share from that book because it's really quite fascinating. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this in a single take because I just want to get this uploaded and done for the day. I could talk about procrastination. Honestly, though, I felt like I wasn't procrastinating. It just was very busy today, and before I know it, time ran out. I don't know if that qualifies as procrastination. I guess it can, but it definitely wasn't intentional. I normally see procrastination as intended putting off, and I was specifically planning to do it on the plane, and then it just didn't end up working out because the plane ride was so short, and I had my dinner, and then we were landing, and yeah. Okay, I'm rambling, but that's okay. Not a big deal to ramble. Why not? Let's see. Well, actually, I could ask a question of anyone who's viewing this video, and I would love if you would leave me a comment to let me know what you think. So, I had mentioned this in, I believe it was my self-care video, that I was planning, at least thinking of doing a cleanse in July, upcoming July. And I said that I wanted to eat predominantly raw foods, but also some cooked foods, but only like whole plant foods. So no grains, probably no legumes, just like greens, vegetables, fruits, some nuts and seeds, but I want to keep those really, really low. I don't want to overindulge in those. Actually, maybe even no nuts, at least just for those 30 days. Maybe just some seeds, but no nuts. That's one question. What do you think of that, especially if you are a vegan or have experience with raw veganism? And possibly no oils, even the really good oils like coconut oil and olive oil, which I consider pretty good. And what was the other? Oh yes, I'd still be okay with certain foods like potatoes and sweet potatoes and squash and like vegetables like that. I know they're starchier, but personally I don't think that there's anything wrong with them. They seem to be, as long as you don't douse them in lots of fat, I don't think they're bad for you. So yeah, my question is if you have experience with eating kind of like a combo of some cooked vegetables with raw foods, what kind of success have you had with that? My very first raw food challenge ever was going on 10 years ago, not quite 10 years ago. And I had great results just within those first 30 days. I lost probably 10 pounds or something like that in 30 days. I wasn't trying to restrict calories or anything. I probably was, now that I think back, not eating that many calories, but I just didn't really feel hungry on whatever it was I was eating. I was eating enough to keep me satiated, and I felt great. I was dropping weight really easily. I think I was doing a lot of hot yoga then too. And remember, I did keep the seeds and nuts pretty low, but I did not omit them. What else? It's pretty strict. I don't think I had anything like tamari, or did I allow myself vinegar? I can't remember. That's another question. What do you think of vinegars on a raw food diet, or just like in general? Good for you, not good for you? Curious what you think. If you have any resources you'd like to share in the comments, that'd be awesome. So what else? I think part of the reason I wanted to do this, it's actually mainly for cleansing. I feel like I just don't digest a lot of things well, and I'm hoping if I do this sort of really clean, pure vegan plant diet for at least 30 days, that my system might help, that it might help my system detox a bit and improve digestion and hopefully absorption. I was talking to one woman this week who, she's vegan. I don't know how long she's been vegan for, but she is a grain-free vegan as well as soy-free, I believe, and she swears by it. And I kind of wonder if I might need to go that route, because after those first 30 days from my first raw food trial, when I started reintroducing grains, I gained weight so fast, and I don't think it was just water retention. I think just something about grains my body doesn't like, and it's sad because grains are delicious, but they have, I think, not been making me feel so good lately, so there's definitely that. Even oats, like, you'd think oats would be easy to digest, but I just feel like, I don't know, even oats seem to be giving me issues, so. And in July, probably early July, I'm going to probably do my very first hydrocolonic ever, which I feel really squeamish about because I've never done anything like that, and I'm just like, I don't know, but everyone tells me who's done them that it's like really great to just clean you out, and you can have improved digestion and absorption, and that's definitely what I need. The only thing is, if I do that in July along with this clean food diet experiment, is that I won't know 100% sure if I should attribute any potential success to the plant whole food diet or the colonics, or both. So I don't know. Have you ever had a hydrocolonic? Funny question. Hey, if you're not shy, you could share. But yeah, everyone I know who's had them totally recommends them, and I'm like, okay, I've been thinking about it for years and I've never done it, so it's probably time I try it out. Oh dear. It's late. Yeah. I also want to, I think along with this really clean diet in July, I want to really amp up my exercise. And I kind of mentioned something to that effect in that self-care video as well. But as I think more and more about it, I really would love to have like a kick-ass strong body, I mean, my body's strong-ish. It's not a total weak body, but when I think of the image of strong body, I think of like this really lean toned body. And it's not that I want to be super lean and super toned, but just to have like really good tone, definition, not like chiseled definition, but just, like you can tell there's muscles, and definitely lower my body fat percentage. And yeah, just amp up my energy. And okay, I'm starting to babble, but I had a thought that just popped into my head today, just now, and I'm gonna go with it. So bear with me. So earlier today, I was in a cafe, and I saw this woman just briefly out of the corner of my eye. She seemed really young. I don't know how young, but I would picture her to be, somewhere in her early to mid 20s. And she just had this really young energy about her that seemed vibrant to me. And I don't know, something about that glimmer of me seeing her, it reminded me of being in my early to mid 20s, and having that feeling of, like your whole life is ahead of you. There's so many things to explore, and there's so much potential, and you have no worries per se about the future, because you don't have to worry, because the future, like old age or whatever, is like way, way out there. Like, that's so far in the future, like you don't have to worry about it. And now that I'm 39 and going on 40, I'm like, I definitely have a different mindset now, I think, as my age is increasing, than I did back then. And I thought to myself, you know what, I want to have that energy, or that mindset, that really youthful mindset, now, despite my age. I want to have the mindset and that same energy, that like early 20-year-old, early 20s, that is, right now, like as a 39-year-old. So I think I'm going to try to work on that mindset in July as well, and use this health challenge month, I guess you could call it, to help put me in that mind place. And it's not all about like body and health. It's only about mind and energy as well. It's not just like, when I say energy, I'm not trying to be woo woo. I just mean, like when you meet a person, they have a sort of energy about them. If they're depressed, you could say they have a depressed energy. It's just a word I use. It could be the same as emotion, or emotion, or attitude. To me, those are energies. So if I use the word energy too much, that's what I mean most of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. Okay, because I'm doing this video on my laptop, I hope that picked up the volume. Okay, I've been babbling for 13 minutes, so I want to call it a night. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to any feedback or resources or anything you want to share about what I've talked about on this video. And I'm going to say goodnight. Although, if it's not nighttime where you are, then good day or good morning. It's kind of like that movie. Oh, what's it called? With Jim Carrey. Oh, trying to blank. But you know the one? He says, and in case I don't see you. Oh, he says, good morning, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. The Truman Show.